Hello everybody. I know it's been quite a long time that I've last vlogged since I'm recording this, but I had to record this moment. See, I haven't had sushi in I don't even know how long anymore. But it's not like that bad, but I've been wanting it for quite some time. So I was looking around, looked at the place I usually go to. It's Mr. Tokyo. And I think they're shut down. Which is sad, but you know, I get it. You can't if you can't support your business like that. But I gave up hope after that. I didn't know where to go. And then one day, probably like a week or so ago, I just had the urge. I'm like, just look one more time. One more time. And I found it. I found what I was looking for, kind of. I don't know if it's good or not, but I found a place. It was actually recommended to me by another friend. So, hopefully it's good. Okay, but here it is. I got a dragon roll, which I think is this one because it's supposed to have the eel. And then I got a tar heel roll, which you can't really see. But then there's like roe and crab and other stuff on top. So I'm gonna bust into this and show y'all. All right, taking the first bite of what I believe is the dragon roll without soy sauce. Just to see. Oh, let's do it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Tasty. All right, now I think what this like stuff right here, oh my gosh, might be a little salad or something. I don't know. It's got crab meat, so I'm down. It's alright. But now we gotta try. This one is the oh my god. Okay, hold on, set my mouth on fire. Okay. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, maybe that's supposed to go on top with the tar heel roll. So I'm gonna try and pick it up with my limited chopstick skills. If that don't work out, I got two hands. Okay, I got one. Here we go. All right. Well, they're both solid. I'd say it's worth it. Worth the pain and effort. I still miss Mr. Tokyo though. But it's good. Okay, now to get my comprehensive view of what I thought. Dragon roll. My comprehensive review. I thought the dragon roll was the best roll. It was the one with the eel and all the other stuffs that I have to look up. The Tar Heel roll, funny enough, I've had the Tar Heel roll and the NC State roll now. And the NC State roll, Mr. Tokyo, would crush the Tar Heel roll from this place that I got the sushi from. So don't think I'll be ordering it again. It was okay, but nah. And then I think like the thing I called a salad was like actually something that might have gone with that roll, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to look at the menu again and like tell y'all what was up with that. But adding that to that roll helped it. But I still think it was like I would give it like 6.5 out of 10. The eel roll, I would give like an 8 or an 8.5. That was pretty good. All right, what's up? This is day 1,000,003,000 of the quarantine. I'm calling these quarantine chronicles, in case that wasn't clear. Today I'm going to be doing something that I haven't done in a long time, which is fly that baby boy. Now for those who don't know, this is the OG Mavic Pro. The first Mavic Pro of its kind to come from DJI. So I was lucky enough to get it right before the next one came out, which is a lot smaller, probably a little bit faster, and battery life lasts longer. But you know what? This is a gift from my mother, so I appreciate it nonetheless. So let's get this thing set up. Well, that was fun. I got to fly my drone for a minute. I need to find a connector for this thing so I can actually see what I'm filming. But I think the best part about it was one of my neighbors. There was an older gentleman came by with his dog, and his dog just wasn't happy. He's like, "Hey, what's that? Hey!" But the dude who was walking, he literally like stops in the middle of the driveway. He's just like looking at it like dang. Freaking rocked his whole world just now. That was funny. It's about the simple things, guys. The simple things. Sorry about the weird lighting, but yeah. Earlier today we went to Dairy Queen for the first time, which was fun. The quality at that Dairy Queen that we went to, not the best I've had, but you know, you roll the dice with Dairy Queen, so can't expect too much there. And then once we got back home, I'm in a media law class for the summer, which if I had known the way that things are going to turn out, would not have decided to do that. But it's good. I probably get it out of the way now because it is really reading intensive. Yeah, I'm looking at man. He wants to get his shine in the video. But yeah, there's a lot of reading. Which makes sense, you know, because it's law, and there's probably a whole bunch of errors. Like, yeah, let's do this. No, actually, that's wrong. Let's change that. No, actually, that's wrong. Let's do this. There's a whole bunch of that. Instead of just being like, this is the law. It's like, this is what the law was, and then the law became this, and then it became that, and now it is what it is today. But it might change. So craziness. But it's all pretty. I think it's good that I'm taking the class during this time where, like, it's important to know your rights. Specifically, I guess since it's media law, like, on social media, that's not the most important rights we're discussing at the moment, but social media definitely is important to know your rights, with the executive order that Trump put in place. Or he's trying to get passed. So I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see how everything goes. But yeah, probably will stream after this. Just came outside to get some sun. Haven't been in the sun in a long time. I'm usually like pretty dark at this time of the year, just because I usually get outside and do a lot of stuff. But not so much this year. Kind of been just chilling inside. Yeah, after this, probably gonna go stream Persona 5 because I want to try and finish it as quick as possible. I have been enjoying the game, but I've also seen a lot of the content before, so I want to try and get to the new content, which is it's not too much. So trying to get there, do that. I also need to record some voiceover stuff for a video that might be coming out in the next week or so. Question mark. It depends on if I get my midterm done early enough. Since this week is technically like midterm week, I guess. Because I am only taking a 5-week course and we're on week 3. So yeah. But that's what's going on with life right now, so basically not much. But with this whole vlogcast kind of thing, I wanted to talk more with you guys. I know a lot of people, specifically my brother, said he didn't really like that kind of thing, but I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting to create some dialogue on here, and I think it's just weird to show me doing random stuff and then just logging off. So yeah, gonna try out the vlogcast thing. I also want to try out something new every week, since, you know, quarantine has gotten pretty boring, and so I find myself doing the same stuff all the time. Even though there's really lots to do, you just have to open yourself up to the suggestion of it, I guess. So I'm gonna try and do something new every week. And hopefully these kind of like vlogcast things will go up bi-weekly once I get started uploading them. So yeah, that's the plan for that. And then once my summer class gets over with, I'll probably really start to try and ramp up the animation stuff, and try and audition for some voiceover stuff, which I don't know if I mentioned this before in a previous video. I might have mentioned it in a stream that I did on my channel, or on this channel, which if you didn't know, I want to try and do like every week or 2 times a week. I want to do like a sort of update stream, but also kind of like a similar, okay, Twitter. I want to do an update stream, but also kind of a similar vlogcast kind of thing, except it wouldn't really be a vlog. It's more just like a podcast at that point, because it's just me talking, but I'm working on like backgrounds and stuff, so if you want to see behind the scenes there, I will be having some of that during the stream. And then I've also been keeping up with gaming news pretty regularly, actually. There's been a lot of stuff to come out just on the internet, because E3 and other gaming conventions have been canceled. So that's been kind of cool. I'm sure that kind of information was already out there like years previous, but I just never really paid attention to it, because I'm like, I'll just wait till E3 to get all my stuff. But now I check Twitter pretty much every day and see just what's happening. How have you guys been during this quarantine? Have you found some new hobbies? Rediscovered some old ones? Do you sleep and eat? Is that what your new hobby is? Learn anything new? I was trying to learn a little bit about After Effects, which I did. I did learn a little bit, but I didn't really practice it enough to fully internalize it. So I actually have a couple things, or a few projects that I want to learn about After Effects for those reasons. I don't know if that made any sense, but you know what I'm trying to say. So it's like I want to do so many things, but I just don't know when to pick the projects that I want to do. Like, I know the animation and stuff needs to come out soon, but I also want to do some like channel updates. That's pretty much all I got for you. Oh, also today is 31st of May. Forgot to say that at the beginning of the clip. So yeah, things are doing a little bit better in my opinion, or at least I feel a little bit better. I guess just the shock of everything has slowly started to dissipate, and I also feel like my understanding of what's going on has grown a little bit too. What you know, the quote, I think it was Frederick, was it? No, but there's a quote, I don't remember who it's by, where they're talking about like people mostly fear the things that they don't know about. I think that's mostly true, except for spiders. I do know about spiders, and I still think that they are freaks of nature, and I don't like them. But I do think that it's good to try and learn about things that you might be scared about, because, you know, maybe you're scared for no reason. And maybe you are scared for a good reason, and now you can better communicate that to people. So if they ask about it or ask you why, you can give a valid answer, and they'll hopefully understand. Oh, another little side note before I let you go on to the next clip. But school has been a situation where they're trying to push people to, or not trying to push people, but they're basically saying that they're going to reopen. And to me, that's kind of a push, considering, the same opportunities that you get on campus, you probably can get them online, but it's not going to be nearly as easy. And for someone who is not really super outgoing, at least not upon first time meeting, that's kind of hard for me to do on the internet. But I think the best thing that has come out of this quarantine is, I have to put myself in different situations than I would have possibly imagined as far as like getting over shyness. So yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do about the about school though. I'm probably gonna be taking another online semester, unfortunately. It's so weird. It is like so incredibly odd, the situation that we're in right now. And sad. It's become sad more recently, but it's also sad. But I can't really think about it for too long without just like stressing myself out, which is what I think I did yesterday. So, you have to realize that things are going on and you don't have control over those things. But just because you can't really like do anything about them, I think that's another reason why it's like you kind of just have to let it go. Like, I fully understand what's happening. I understand I can't do anything about it. So all these feelings that I have, like being stressed out and sad or whatever, I'm just gonna have to let them go because that's what the situation is. So I think I found some peace in just doing that and watching a lot of TV too. That helps. I watched Avatar: Last Airbender. It came out on Netflix. I think was it the 1st of May? Maybe. In any case, I binged it for a couple weeks, which is not the fastest I've ever binged anything, so I'm surprised about that there. But it was a lot better than I remember. It makes me want to go back and rewatch Korra, even though I know the ending is going to be trash. But just to see from series to series, it's like cutting Korra off maybe, I don't know, 8/10 towards the end there. Just to see, how much better or worse it was with the differences of the characters. And also, I keep going on. I'm like, okay, I'm going to end it. Wait a minute. Okay, this will be the last thing I put into this clip specifically. But I've been watching a lot of Case Closed. And first of all, I do have to mention this because I started watching Case Closed on Netflix. And for some reason, it starts at season 17. Given there are a billion seasons of Case Closed. But when you start One Piece on Netflix, it starts at season 1, I do believe. So why would they just start on season 17 for no reason? I was so confused for the longest time. And I'm like, maybe that's the way the show is. Maybe I'm not supposed to know anything about the core plot that was going on. But no, I started literally in the middle of the entire series. So after I had figured that out, I went back and did a little background research and figured out what was going on there. But my whole point of mentioning the show is that I really enjoy it. I think it's actually pretty good for not all audiences, because it has to do with solving solving cases that have to do with most of the time violent crimes. Not all of the episodes have violent crimes, but most of the time they are violent crimes. But I think it's interesting because I like to think of myself as a intelligent individual, and sometimes I try to figure it out. But I quickly learned after watching 30 episodes or so that the logic that they use, no normal human thinks this way. You have to be an evil genius to think of these crimes, and then you have to be a freaking almost evil genius to solve these crimes. Because who thinks like that? It's just crazy. So my record for solving the cases is pretty pretty negative, but I have solved some, so there's that. Alright, well, I'm going to end this clip here. I know I've been talking for quite some time, but it's a vlogcast, you know, so kind of part of it, I guess, kind of part of what you can expect. Yeah, don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of these other than try something new every week, but you'll figure it out. Alright, bye.